All right, 42 minutes after 7, we do have Miss Amy Liao. She's the administrator of the Taiwan Medical Mission. She's going to speak to us about some of the work that they do in the community remote areas when it comes to clinical outreach. Miss Amy, a very good morning. Wonderful to have you on the show. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having us this morning. And I'm Amy Liao, the administrator of Taiwan Medical Mission.
Yeah.
Yes.
Talk to me briefly about the experience in your outreach clinical services. I understand you go out to remote areas and
Yes.
help a lot of Eswatini that are out
Yes.
there in these communities.
The outreach clinical service are under the arrangement of Taiwan Embassy. And we go to remote areas where are inconvenient to get medical service. On the site, we will provide the free blood pressure check, body weight, body height, free medical consultancy, and free ultrasound checkup and electrocardiogram checkup, which is common and painless tests used to quickly detect heart problems and monitor the heart's health. And we give out free medication during the outreach. Recently, we have the collaborating with Cancer Project. The cancer screening team joined the outreach to provide cancer screening and raise the awareness about the main cancer and the prevention.
Yeah, I'm looking at the clip that is currently playing on screen right now. I can see that this is part of the journey going to the communities. It's quite remote areas, as you can tell by the fact that the roads now are quite gravel roads, and you can see just by the infrastructure that you're really outside of, the urban modernized areas. When you get to these areas, what are some of, the work that you do when you get there?
When we get there, reaching the rural areas, we'll see the hundreds of families come to our mobile clinic. And some people, they have limited access to the medical service. We try to help them. And as you can see, we help them check up the cardiographic and the checkup, every checkup, and have the medical consultancy.
Yeah.
And seeing the people coming and receiving medical service made us all worth it to come to motivate us.
Yeah. And then how do you do these health education and these outreach services? What are some of the things that you really do when you're there in the communities?
And we have the volunteer doctors or nurses coming with us in each outreach. They share the knowledge by Eswatini to deliver the health knowledge and communicate to the local people. And there are certain people who have got the conditions that need to fit the evaluation, obviously. So health education is something useful, so we are able to pick up the certain problem that we can deal with.
Yeah.
We teach them how we can improve their access to healthcare, and if there's anything we can do at all to help their livelihood.
Yeah, you did mention that it's hundreds of families, hundreds and hundreds, and I can see from the visuals, you do have a lot of, people that would call senior citizens, grown women, grown fathers, people that are quite, I'd say, they get sick easily, and they get, issues like BP, high blood pressure. But I also saw on the clip that you also treat people with asthma, you help people with asthma.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have asthma and hypertension, and we have diabetes. So we do the health education, and in order for them they can know the more knowledge to go to the health service near them.
Impressive work, Miss Amy. I understand you didn't come alone. You are with your chief of the Taiwan Medical Mission, Dr. Cheng. He's going to join us after a quick ad break to give us more details about this program. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, well, let's go for a quick ad break. We come back with Dr. Cheng. He's the chief of the Taiwan Medical Mission. He's going to give us more details on this program.
When you choose your adventures, you do so with an open heart and a desire for the unexpected. You embark on journeys to discover new worlds full of wonder. You choose a path to awaken your senses, a world to make you look up and realize just how inspiring this life can be. Arrive and awaken your heart. Explore life in ways only thought possible in your dreams. Discover just how far you'll go to expand your understanding of life's greatest mysteries. There's just one place on this planet with so much to offer. Now is the time for you to have the royal experience in the kingdom.
Right, 10 minutes before 8, Dr. Cheng is here. He is the chief of the Taiwan Medical Mission. Dr. Cheng, a very good morning. Welcome to the program. How are you?
Good, and good. And
Yeah.
good morning, everyone.
Awesome. Talk to me about, the detailed work. I think Amy, your administrator, highlighted some of the work that you do. But for you, I think we want to get into some of the details with regards to your timeline and your scheduling with this clinical outreach program. Talk to me about the program in detail.
As you see in the video, we arrange outreach. We use classroom in the school. Normally, when people come to our outreach, the first one, they will go to registration room. The second room, they will check the blood pressure and the body weight.
Yeah.
And the third room and the fourth room, they will see the doctor.
Right.
And later, ultrasound and the others.
Yeah. Then how often do you do this program?
Normally once or twice a month, according to the arrangement by the embassy.
Okay. And then what are some of the most common health problems of the local inhabitants that you see as you go through these remote areas?
The most common problem is the flu, because in Eswatini, the temperature at night drop dramatically. So to get the flu, to get the Kusile is quite easy.
They Kusile a lot.
Yes. A lot of people have this kind of problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, and later, after they talk about the Kusile, they will mention about others,
Yeah.
like blood pressure, like skin disease, like parasite problem, and so on.
Yeah. We did have an experience where we saw a lot of teenage pregnancy, and I do see on the visuals that you do conduct ultrasounds as well. Talk to me about that program, the ultrasound in particular.
Ultrasound, because of the portable ultrasound, this kind of service become possible. Because if we use the big machine, just like in the hospital, we are unable to move that kind of machine to rural area. So we use portable ultrasound. Then we can provide this kind of service to our outreach. And we can check the centers in hospital, liver, kidney, gallbladder, pancreas. And
That's all under the sonography.
Yes.
So you can do. You
The
said
centers in hospital.
Oh, interesting. That's very interesting. Then what are some of the challenges of some of the health problems, challenges in the remote areas, and what are your suggestions?
In our remote area, because they cannot see a doctor easily like other area. So when they get some disease, the most important disease is the cancer. When they have that kind of cancer, the stage always late, and that kind of late stage can because if we can find the cancer in early stage, we can save a lot of life. So it is important we also focus on the health education. We want people to see a doctor when they have some kind of problem,
Yeah.
do not hesitate to find the disease in the early stage.
Yeah. And when you speak about cancer, I hear that you are alluding to cancer as the most probably urgent amongst the health problems that you attend to in the remote areas. Do you do cancer screening in the areas? In the remote
Yes,
areas?
we also have cancer screen trunk.
Okay.
We use cancer screen trunk there to do breast cancer screen and the cervical cancer screen.
Quite interesting, because the National Cancer Control Unit does, report that out of the more than 500 cancer cases, close to 400 people do not survive. And I do see that when you go to these remote areas, we will see a lot of people surviving, and because they will also benefit from the health education that you provide.
Yes, when people can understand how to monitor their blood pressure, how to monitor their sugar, how to when they have some problem, to see the doctor right away, to find to diagnose the cancer in early stage, then everyone can live more longer than before.
You did mention that you see a lot of people with high blood pressure in the remote areas, and when I looked at the visuals that were on screens, a lot of them were senior citizens, old people.
Yes.
Is it common that these kinds of health problems affect the older people, and why is that?
Yes, when we become old, this kind of problem affect us much more than young people, because when we are getting old, our regulation system become worse than the young one, and our daily intake may be much more than we need. So the high blood pressure and the high sugar problem getting worse and worse, especially when we are getting old.
Yeah. Dr. Cheng, thank you so much for joining us on the program. I think Eswatini and Taiwan have enjoyed good diplomatic relations for many years now. You guys have been around for over about 15 years, I think.
Yes,
Am I
yes,
correct?
yes.
Yeah, and we hope that this, relationship will continue to be amicable, and that a lot of Eswatini can benefit, and Taiwan can also benefit in any way from Eswatini. Thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you, everyone.
Dr. Cheng, he is the chief of the Taiwan Medical Mission, just telling us about the clinical outreach services that they do. We had Miss Amy, who is the administrator with the Taiwan Medical Mission as well, also talking to us about the clinical outreach service. Let's go for a quick ad break. We'll wrap up the show.
We at Eswatini Television Authority are